You know, children, anyone that loves jollof rice, you can save time. Just imagine, for the next 2 months, I don't have to fry this, I don't have to do this, or 3 months even. And we'll have jollof rice whenever. Hey beautiful people, welcome to a new video. How are you doing? Thank you so much for clicking in. I am here with my son today, and this is Aaron. Aaron is 13 and I'm gonna teach him. He actually asked me yesterday, Mom, can you actually teach me how to make jollof, proper party jollof? So Aaron is gonna learn how to make jollof like a pro. We're making the jollof base. Jollof rice is a delicacy in West Africa. There's a war about who does the best. Ghana has their own, Senegal has their own, Nigeria has their own, and we all love them. So we are making Nigerian jollof base, and you can just modify it to whatever is your recipe. So Aaron, are you ready to make this?
Yes.
We're making a big batch. So these are our ingredients. Let's starting with tomatoes. Now I prefer fresh ones. I actually prefer using mine. I don't like making tin tomatoes because it's got some acidity regulators and other things. And using a can is not always the best. But this is for everyone, because even when Aaron goes to school, like uni or something, I want him to be able to cook it even if he doesn't have a garden like we do. So, and our tomatoes are not ready in the garden. So try also to use organic as much as possible. There is no ad here. We also have tomato paste. I try to go organic, but this is the one we used growing up. And this one actually is not as acidic. Thankfully, this brand has no sort of the ingredients. It's just tomatoes. So although it's not organic, but it's just pure tomatoes, you have all sorts of ingredients these days. So just check what you're buying, okay? So this is our preferred choice, but when we can't get the organic ones, we use the normal traditional ones. We got vegetable oil. Use a neutral oil, like oil that has no flavor or no taste, because we want to have that oil completely neutral. Now, our other ingredients. We need onions. I'm going to put a full total measurement in the description box. Onions, we've got garlic powder. I've got onion powder as well. Guys, listen, if you are against onions, for this recipe, you can't do without onions. Is essential in jollof base. So onions, and when you cook it, you won't see the bits. So for those of you that don't like seeing onions, it's fine. Okay, then I also have this is like my curry, it's madras curry, but my own mix here. I've got dry thyme, some dry Italian herbs, is oregano and some rosemary and thyme as well. And I have some fennel. This is not essential, but it's there. I have fennel. And over here, we've got some star anise. We've got fennel seeds. I've got nutmeg powder, I've got black peppercorns, you can use the white ones, and then the fresh ones. Now, fresh herbs are good. This is the season for me, so it's easy for me to get it from the garden, but you can buy them. Now, this is one special herb I love growing. These are oregano flowers. They taste so good. Like, oregano flowers are amazing. You've also got fresh rosemary sprigs and also thyme. And then I have a bit of spring onions just to garnish at the end, and basil as well. We have lots in the garden now. So these are all the ingredients we are going to be using. Now, we have a little bit of ginger, fresh garlic, some onions, and then some bell peppers. I don't have a lot of this, so instead of those, we are using paprika powder, the smoky paprika here. Now we're gonna go ahead and prep everything, and then we'll start cooking together. Our pan is heated now. We're using a cast iron pan, okay? Now, when you cook, you don't have to use the highest heat setting, sort of medium heat, okay? I'm just gonna put the oil in here. We are making a massive batch, so just stay with us. This is like a big batch. And we let this oil heat up for at least 3 minutes. We've blended this, we've chopped our onions up, we got the puree there, and so we need to start. Our oil is hot enough now. It's time to add our onions. This onions here, guys, this is 1.5 kilos of onions. Lots and lots of onions are essential for your jollof. So if you want to make your jollof sauce tasty, onions. And this purple or red onions are the best. They actually make it sweet. When it's caramelized, there's a lot of sweetness it imparts to jollof. So this is something you need to know, all right? So we're gonna pop that in. The oil is hot. Be careful. A little splash. Now, this is fine. We pop this here and we cover it for 5 minutes. The secret to jollof that is really, really tasty, party jollof. What do you think it is?
Tomato.
Frying. You have to fry this base. If you don't fry your base well, you won't have that party jollof effect. So if you want to get party jollof, fry. This is going to fry for a long time. We'll first of all caramelize the onions for like 10 minutes. Then we'll add in our puree. Now this puree is another secret. Party jollof, they use puree. Do you know why? Can you give me a reason? It's cheap. This is cheaper than buying fresh tomatoes. So the party vendors and stuff, they just have to use this, and it tastes different. It tastes better. So when you go ahead and use fresh tomatoes and whatever for your jollof, it doesn't have that party effect because you don't have this paste. The paste is highly, highly concentrated. This here could be up to 10 kilos of fresh tomatoes before you get this. So it's a lot of tomatoes, really. Okay?
And how's it cheap?
It's cheaper because I don't know, the people that make them make it cheap. I don't know how come it's cheap, because this one here, this is 2 kilos of tomatoes, no water added, and there's 2 liters in this jug, but it's just moisture, it's water. Tomatoes is like 70% water, so you have to reduce it to get the paste, and that's why it's a lot of work. If you don't remember anything, if you want to make party style, this is it. But normally we use fresh tomatoes for our pasta sauces and things, but for party jollof, yeah. From here onwards, we're leaving this pot open because we want this thing to fry and also dehydrate. So onions is also about 70% water, if I'm correct. Lots of water in all these vegetables. So we're just going to keep stirring it until it starts frying proper. Now our pan is getting hot because it's cast iron. So these are safe. These are what you can use to hold your pot for you, okay? So you can see how our onions is sauteing now, looking all nice and caramelized. The onions has cooked for a good 10 minutes. Now we're adding our powdered, so we've got here fennel seeds, black peppercorns, and we also have star anise. I'm adding half, and I'll see how it goes. We don't want to overpower with the spices, okay? And then we're gonna stir. It's beginning to stick a little bit, so we need to start adding our tomato paste. But I want to add this. Now this here, I could have just blended my ginger and my garlic, but I added a bit of tomato, so I'm going to add only half as well here. You can just add this now, or you can add this later. I just want to give this oil a good fragrance. You understand? Stir for a couple of minutes before we go in with the tomato paste. It's time to do this. This part, once you add your tomatoes, there's no turning back. You have to stay close to your pot because it burns. So we want this thing to cook. It's going to fry for at least 30 to 45 minutes because we're cooking a big batch. That is a long time, but frying it dry is a secret. And what happens then, you need to scrape the bottom of your pot. So each time you go in, you scrape every couple of minutes. There's no letting up. If you let up, you have it burnt, it will taste bitter. Okay? So the frying infuses it. So we're going to put that all in. This one is a kilo. So the whole recipe, our ingredients will be in the description box for the measurements. We are making a batch that should last us a minimum of 2 months, 2 to 3 months really. This is hot oil. So you have to be very careful. You just go gentle. I'm moving this away from me. Don't turn it towards you, okay? So away from me and stir. And jollof base doesn't have meat. It's when you cook jollof, you add your stock separate. So jollof base actually is originally vegan. Then you cook, then you add your stock. So people that want meat or whatever stock can add it then, okay? But making the stew doesn't need meat. It's when you're ready to cook. So we add in bay leaves. I have the fresh one I froze in the, and yeah. You can have the dried ones, but this is what I have. So essentially, we just want to infuse these herbs with everything. And I'll add a few sprigs of rosemary. Now, there's no problem. The sticks will, when it finishes cooking, I'll take the sticks out. The thyme as well. Okay, next, this is our sort of curry powder. Madras curry powder is fine. But this one is my special mix. I don't sell it yet. This was just to give out as gift. I don't sell it yet. Let me show you what to do. Give me. Your hand is hurting. So scrape the bottom. Aaron, we're not scraping. It's so sticky. Look at what I'm doing. When I finish now, you'll see. Look at the spoon. Can you see the stickiness? You have to ensure there's nothing sitting down stuck there. Okay? And you can see how vigorous it's boiling. It moves a bit away from it. Can you perceive the aroma? And then we'll add some thyme, dried thyme. We want to instill these skills as much as we can at this age, isn't it? So I'm trying to make the most of the summer because he's 13 now. So teach him cooking. How long has this been cooking for?
21 minutes.
No, that's when we started timing it. It's cooked for half an hour. This is a big batch, so if you're cooking for yourself, you will never cook this big batch, will you? I'm gonna add the rest of this now, and this will cook for another 15 minutes, and it should be ready. So all in all, we'll have fried for almost an hour. The final ingredients to add will be our basil and our paprika. So these are like optional. And I love onion powder. Now I make my own onion powder. Doesn't look so fantastic. I love onion powder in pretty much everything because this is plant-based, no MSG. As much natural sweetness as I can impact into this thing is essential, okay? Look at that. This is authentic. Authentic. We're gonna garnish now. Final. We have our spring onions. And we also have lots of basil. And then we can garnish with some peppers. Aaron, do you want to chop this and bring this for me? And I'll also add my smoked paprika. This is now on the lowest heat. This sauce has cooked for a good an hour and a half. Hey, we have come to the end of this video. So we've made our sauce. If you have enjoyed our video, look at this is jollof rice and beans. I have a recipe how I made this. All plant-based, no animal products. And have you enjoyed our video? I will come and tell them before you finish eating. Tell them what to do. Do the good stuff, please.
Like and subscribe.
Subscribe.
And click the
Notification bell so you know when next we upload. And if you're a teenager here, you want to learn how to cook proper jollof, make this and your mom will be wowed. Anyway, let me taste it as well. All right. Thank you, and bye.